Alright, Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Chakodash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father who the world ignorantly called Jehovah and God, which his true name is Yahweh. Bahashem meaning in the name of Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahweh Shah Mashiach. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who rule well and taught us his truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to all the Akim pushing his word and truth and in all sincerity. It's a brother Ganon from the DC Church coming back at you with a quick video. And I want to, touch on this story that's hitting the web right now. I don't know if brothers heard about it. A 25-year-old Judite woman. Her name is Shaquilla Robinson. It says 25-year-old Shaquilla Robinson was found dead a day after flying out on vacation to Cabo with her friends. What occurred at the Cabo Villa, a mysterious What occurred at Cabo Villa is a mysterious due to conflicting claims. After an ongoing investigation, friends are found to have lied about the cause of death. So pretty much in a nutshell, what's going on in this story is, I guess, these girls, and they always go on like girl trips, and I guess they had a couple more friends with them, and so pretty much a day after she went to, that spot in Mexico, she was found dead. The friends notified, from what I read in the article, the friends notified the mom saying that she wasn't feeling well over alcohol poisoning, and they said, and the mother said keep her posted. Then later on, a few hours later, they called and said she's died from alcohol poisoning, and rushed back to the USA. After that, and they left their friend there dead, and it's a common story that always happened, but I just want to go into the times that we're living in. The times that we're living in are dangerous times. Super dangerous times because of the acts of the people that are out here, man. And the spirits that are actually on these people that we have to that we were once amongst, and we have to maneuver around, even still. But I want to start here. This is Second Timothy's 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves." And that's something that I just want to touch on. Is we're living in these times where, because ultimately a video sprung up from this young female that came up dead. A video came up to where as though one of the girls she was with was beating her ass, man. Was dogging her out. And then once the video came out, I guess the videos came to her family attention. She came. They got in touch with the FBI and got the autopsy, and she died from being brutally beaten and a broken spinal cord, showing the type of people that we are around. The selfish nature and the selfish, and these are our own people. And this is why when the scriptures say that our people have become more wicked than the wicked, our people know we perfect pretty much everything we touch, because we're the special people, we're the chosen people of the Lord. And the point that I want to get into, because what brothers over on this side and the DMV been talking about lately a little heavy, is trust. And why it's important to at least build, you got to build that relationship so that you can grow that trust and that brotherhood, with the church. No matter what, if a brother is laboring and fighting next to you, you got to be a brother to him. So you got to figure each other out, and you got to try each other. I want to go into Sirach, the 6th chapter, because this is heavy, and this is something that you a lesson, especially if you just joining the churches, you just joining the camps. I know we all come from different walks of life, but you got to hop off that boat, man. Like when the apostle Peter, the apostle Peter, when he seen Yahweh Shai and went to walk on water, he was nervous too, man. But he had faith in the Lord, and that's what we gotta have when building our relationships and our bonds, because we all we have, man. It's some stinking, filthy people that got vicious spirits and demons on them, and it's important for us to get tighter and tighter. And if you don't feel like you trust the brothers next to you, you got to do whatever you got to do to build that trust, to build that rapport, because we're all we got. And there's nothing wrong with trying a brother out and testing a brother out. This is Sirach 6 and 7. It says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So not having the trust, so to speak, is not big. You're not going off, but you want to get to that level, man. You want to strive to it, but it's not going off. It's actually wise. It's wise to stay on your P's and Q's, and you should always do that no matter what. But don't ever get it confused of being that brother and growing that relationship. But it says, for some man is a friend for his own occasions, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. And we seeing this is what happened to that girl, man. They were her friends. Obviously, she was comfortable enough to fly all the way to Mexico, and apparently one of the moles was her best friend for the past 5 years. And and they will let that happen to you. That wouldn't happen on this side. That wouldn't happen with a true brother, man. The Elder Zainala is emphasizing a lot the 2 greatest commandments, man. Love the Lord with all your mind, body, and soul. But the second is likened unto the first. And we're supposed to love one another, man, your neighbor, the men next to you, as you would yourself, right? This is a whole transformation that we're making when you come into this truth. You're making that transformation from shit like this, the wicked, man, into the righteous, man, to who we were created to be, right? It says, verse 9, it says, and there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. In that video, the first video, the girl who actually died didn't swing back not once, man. And you hear the most saying, damn, swing back, at least swing back. But obviously she not a fighting, man. She don't have a fighting spirit. And though we know everything happens for a reason, does any perish being innocent, we know these things. Let's actually touch on, we know that, and that's true. But let's also touch on the spirits that's on our people that would do that to one another, man. Dogging her out, slinging her and all type of shit, and you got her so-called friends allowed that, man. That's not who we are as brothers, And if you're amongst us and don't know that or can't discern that, that's something you have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself and if you're like that, you're going to expect another brother to be like that. So if you don't expect that from another brother, you have to examine yourself and change your ways and make that transformation. And I'm gonna get that transformation real quick because it's important, man. It's important that we keep bringing these same milk scriptures out and hammering in on it, man, because that's what help us grow. And you can never stop growing, man. You watch our apostles, you listen to the apostle, I know Apostle Gabar, always say he's still learning all the time, man. This is Ephesians 4:20. It says, but ye have not so learned Hamashiach, if so be that ye have heard of him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, and your brother, the brothers that's next to you, the brothers in the camp, the brothers in Great Millstone, we've all been taught by Yahushua, man. Through the Spirit, Shalaki, we all been taught through the Spirit. With the Ruach HaKodesh, man. You give honors to your apostles and elders. You believe that Spirit of the Lord is dealing with them, man. And that's what we have, man. We have that same Spirit. It says, if so be that ye have heard of him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. And that was all of us, man. No matter, we all come from different walks of life, but we was all walking in the unknown, being what you would call a nigga, man. So now, you have to put off that, man. The former conversation means your conduct. You have to put that off, man. It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on a new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness, man. And that's that transformation. No matter what, you fight through it, man. Like when you going through a fast, man, you fight through it. You make it to that finish line, man. I was talking to the fellow officer Shamwala, and we were talking about us two, man. When he first came into the camp, brothers try to get close with each other, man. And me and him, we ain't know each other from nothing, man. The brother needed somewhere to stay. He was in the camp, and I said, come through. I had an open room. And through there, we lived with each other for probably like a year and a half, man. And we grew to be basically best friends. But we didn't know each other. We had faith, man. I knew this man was in the process of making that transformation to killing off his old man. And now we both got, including the rest of the brothers we close with, but we both got each other to help us grow, man. When the brothers slip, that's why the scriptures say two is better than one. Back in Sirach 6 and 12 now, it says, but in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy service. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face. Separate thyself from thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends. And this is the point that I want to say. Separate yourself from your enemies, man. And we all had that before. You'll have certain men that, certain people that you grew up with, when you were in the world, and it's not all of them. You'll still have some pretty solid people, but it's some people that wasn't really your friend, man. That really didn't fuck with you, and it might be the reason why you have a problem trusting other brothers or other people. You got to take heed of those men and separate yourself. It could be a family member. It could be anybody that's outside of this circle of ours, this truth. Right? It says, separate thyself from thy friends, from Salaki, separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friends. And each and every brother around you should be striving to be a good friend, man. A good brother. Because it's ultimately what that word means, man. You want to strive to be the best brother you can be, man. Even when you down and out and you weary, you want to be alone, you strive to be a good brother, man. Right? And you got to take heed of that, man. That's a part of that transformation. If you got to understand what you into. Right? It says a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that have found such in one have found a treasure. Nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. Man, that is a rare thing to have men around you that you know is going to ride for you, man. So you got to strive to build those relationships. You got to strive to build up the morale of the church that you in. You know, this goes for every single one of us. Salaki. Salaki. You know, because the stronger we are, and the more we're going to build each other up, and the more each and every one of us will be prepared for when all hell break loose, man. And that's important, man. We don't know, you're not going to know what this brother need help on if he's just constantly hiding everything from you. You know, everything is a formal, or we always on the job type shit, man. Nothing's really going to get solved unless, you know, brothers take them walls down, man. You know? And if a brother, you know, say you go and you trust the brother, or you let a brother in you let a brother in, so to speak, and the brother do you wrong or whatever the case may be, well, that's where your belief in Yahweh Shah, your belief in Yahweh Shah comes in. Because they going to deal with it. They going, if a man is doing you wrong, especially in the name of Yahweh Shem Shah, who do you think going to deal with it? Yahweh Shem Shah, man. That brother going to have some things to answer to. He going to have to answer to the Lord, man. Don't worry about the men, the Lord. That's where you got to have your trust in the Lord. Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not into thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. You know? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can he then understand his own way? Oh Lord, I know the way that I walk is not of myself. It is not of me that direct my steps. You know? These are the scriptures. These are our foundations that we know. You know? When you build that bond, that brotherhood, when you go to war with men, it's nothing like when you know a man ain't leaving you behind, man. Right? It's nothing like that. And that's what the scripture's saying. We'll read that verse again. Verse 16, a faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. And they that fear the Lord shall find him, man. You believe in the Lord, then believe that the Lord is going to walk you close to where his men are. Verse 17, whoso fear the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. Salaki, whoso fear the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. So shall his neighbor be also, man. And that's why brothers going to be on you. That's why brothers is going to make sure you growing. That's why brothers is iron sharpens iron, man. The brothers that's close understand, man. And it's just, you know, because camps are growing, men are coming out to the church. You're going to have to understand how we get down, man. But that's, you know, that was just on my spirit for Wadi Habashim al-Shah, that I got it out. And to whom it may be for, may it reach him, you know. But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Achakudash, Shalom.